Hello and welcome to lesson 53. I am so glad to bring this lesson to you because this lesson, writing tenths and hundredths as decimal numbers, is so easy. So incredibly easy that you're going to wonder if it's really 5th grade math. And it is, and it leads to harder things, of course, but we start small, and hopefully that way, when it gets to more complicated things, then you find the complicated things easy as well. So let's start with this shape up on the board. I believe this is from number 1 and 2. It shows you this picture, and as you could count, there are 4 on the top, 3 on the bottom that are shaded out of a total of 10. So how much is shaded? What fraction of this shape is shaded? 7/10ths, with that THS on the tenths. Remember? So let's write it on the board. Would be written like that, 7/10ths, correct? Now, what was the point of this lesson? To write fractions as decimals. Now, to write 7/10ths as a decimal, you just need to make sure you put 7 in the tenths place. Now, if you recall, the tenths place was right after the decimal. Now you've changed it into a decimal. 7/10ths would be 0.7. You only need to have a 7 in the tenths place. Now that written like that is correct. You could also put a 0 before the decimal, which traditionally many do to show that there are no whole numbers to this. There's not a 1 in 7/10ths or a 2 in 7/10ths. There's just 7/10ths. We don't even have a whole. That whole thing is not shaded yet. That would be a 1. All right? So on 1 it says to write it as a fraction and write it as a decimal. We just did that. And then it says name the part that's not shaded. Not shaded. So 3 out of the 10 are not shaded. 3/10ths, just put a 3 in the tenths place, and you're done. Okay? The only part that might trick some students is when you get to the hundredths. Let's say you had a big block. Oh, let's just look at your number 3. It shows you a block here with 100 squares, and if you count them, it looks like there are 10, 20, 27 shaded. All right, so number 3, name the shaded as a fraction. There are 27 out of 100 shaded. So that's 27 hundredths, THS, 27 hundredths. So you need to put the 27 in the hundredths. Well, here's our decimal, here's our tenths, here's our hundredths column. Now you place the 27 there so that it ends at the hundredths column. You don't start at 2, 7 and go into the thousandths column. You always end it where that word tells you to end it. So this says that there's no whole number, but we have 27 hundredths. You always read the last column. Now if there was only 7 hundredths, make sure you only put a 7 in the hundredths place. So it's really about listening to how you pronounce the word or the number. 7/10ths. Oh, put 7 in the tenths column. 27 hundredths. Oh, my number 27 needs to end at the hundredths column. 7 hundredths. Okay, I need to put a 7 in the hundredths column. That's it. Okay? If you have any questions, come and see me. I'd be glad to help. Thanks.